Okay, next question here, fellas. I like this one. BTC is truth. What have been some of your most effective points to bring up when trying to orange pill someone that's new to Bitcoin?
I like to say mainly that the current system is it's a scam. You work for money that you put in your time, effort, resources. You put in as much of your you put in all of your resources into earning these things that somebody else can print. So why not find an alternative? So what I try to tell people is that I've spent years studying this thing, and I think that Bitcoin is the best alternative to the current system. You have stocks, you have real estate, you have bonds, but Bitcoin has outperformed all of them. So I don't know if I don't know if people can directly orange pill someone if they don't want to be orange pilled. The person who's being orange pilled actually has to do some of the research. Like they have to put in the time, right? If they don't want to put in the time, then it's not going to happen. I can do whatever I want to tell you. I can post a video every single day. I can post a video every hour if I want to. But if somebody's not interested, they're not gonna be orange pilled, right? The biggest thing that you can tell them is that the returns are much bigger compared to everything else.
What I do is I ask them questions. I don't actually try to tell them anything. I ask them, what do you know about Bitcoin? What is money? Why do we use money? Why do we have money? Who makes money? I start asking them questions, and then that makes them more inquisitive as well. That makes them realize their shortcomings in their knowledge, and then I can fill in gaps there if they're receptive to it. Orange pilling is a hell of a job though. And it's like, if someone's trying to orange pill you, and you know them and you're friends with them, they probably care deeply about you because they're trying to help you. And so the people I've orange pilled have largely been, besides online, have been my family and my close friends. And yeah, some of them have been receptive to it, others haven't, but it's because I actually care about those people in my life that I try, at least try, because it is a hell of a job trying to orange pill people.
It really is. And if they're not ready to be orange pilled, they're not going to be orange pilled. Bitcoin's not something you can learn after watching a 2-hour video or a documentary or reading a book, in my opinion. You have to understand the problem first before you can understand the solution. So I think the best thing is just to kind of figure out where they are. As Forrest said, meet them where they are, in the sense, find out, what they know about it. The other thing I would say there is that I hate the term orange pill. I think it feels very forced. And the last thing is I've kind of given up. I've kind of given up on trying to talk to people about Bitcoin, and especially with my friends and family who I've talked about it before. Basically what I've done is I just took a small insignificant amount of my stack, and I sent it to a few different UTXOs and basically earmarked it for them. So I would have like my friend, my nephew, whoever. And the nice thing about that is that you don't have to waste any more time and energy talking to them about it. The other thing too is they don't know you have it. And so if something were to happen, you still have the keys to that Bitcoin. But best case, like in a decade from now, imagine if Bitcoin does what we think it's going to do, and you can hand out some of these UTXOs instead of saying, like, I told you so, just say, here, I knew this was going to come. I prepared for it. And imagine the feeling you would have from giving somebody sats that really didn't cost you much back in 2025, but will change their life in 2035.
It's going to be worth, like, by then, I actually think Bitcoin, if you put away 0.01 Bitcoin, that could easily be worth 100K, right? So imagine giving somebody, so I think after I started studying Bitcoin, the dollar has really not been relevant to me. I don't really think of it as, oh, I need to save dollars here. I need to make more dollars. I need to do this. I need to do that. To me, it's more like I have Bitcoin in the background. If prices go up, my Bitcoin's purchasing power is going up as well. So by then, let's say Bitcoin is at 100K to somebody who, or sorry, not Bitcoin, is the amount of Bitcoin that you have set aside for them is worth 100K. The people you're giving it to, if they still think of the world from a fiat standard, you're going to completely change their lives. Even if it can buy, let's say, $25,000 worth of goods from today, that $100,000 is going to be massive to them. It's going to completely change everything for them. They could start a business. They could pay off all their debts. They could get a new car. They could do whatever they want to, right? And they probably will, because they're not going to keep the Bitcoin, but it'll change their life. That's the main thing.
And the other thing I would say to that too is that that's kind of for my friends and family. But imagine if you put in even smaller amount. Let's say that those friends and family members have kids now who are like 2, 3, 4, 5 years old. You won't need nearly as much, because imagine in 20 years from now what those sats are going to be worth. So that's the same thing. Send them to college, help them start a business, help them buy a home. Like something
Huge.
so insignificant at this time could literally change somebody's life in a decade or two from now. So that's kind of my strategy now, mostly because it's selfish for me because I don't have to spend any more time and energy on them. I can focus on the people who actually want to learn about Bitcoin, stuff like this. I think that that's much more powerful. The people who are almost there and trying to learn, that's who you want to focus on, I think, the most.
Yeah.